without further ado, welcome to Van Build Part 3. We are in Norton, Massachusetts at Shane's house, and he has constructed this beautiful tent, which is going to be used as our garage. And this van's about to look a lot different really quick because we're going to be putting on the beadboard, and then it's just one thing after another, filling it with cabinets and structures and stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed part 1 and 2. If you haven't checked that out, highly recommend it. Go give it a watch and stick around for part 3. And this van's going to be done by the time this video's over. We actually have walls on the van. Here's our superstars of the couple weeks. We got Shane, we got Milan. We are halfway. Alrighty, I have to say it's a beautiful thing to actually see some progressive moves being made inside this van. Yesterday we finished putting together the entire bed. Super cool. And yeah, I just can't wait to see more. All right, quick vlog update. We are working on the wardrobe, and let's see if we got the sketch. This is a very vague sketch, but that's kind of what it's gonna look like on the wall. So we're gonna have a big, all the way to the ceiling, all the way from the foot of the bed to the head of the bed, like a grid cubby system with some bungees. And it's really complicated because it's all curved pieces of wood. But one thing that Shane and I did finally just accomplish is finishing the beadboard completely. So the side doors done, the back doors can't see them, but those are done. And little by little, chipping away as the clock winds down. And here we go. All right, the date is January 20th. And Elli and I's soft or rough target date of exit, or the day we head to Florida, is February 1st. The goal is to get to Florida by February 8th, and we are cooking right along. And Shane and his helper Milan have been just invaluable. We have started the wardrobe officially, and now you can really start to see what we're going to be working with. So we've got all these cubbies. We're going to have bungees going across the face to secure all the clothes in and whatnot. But yeah, basically our mattress is going to butt up against the driver's side and then all the way up to the wardrobe. Maximize storage. The number one thing about vans, just like making everything work together, is utilizing vertical storage as much as possible. The more you have to stack from the ground up, the kind of less room you have. And yeah, like we're trying to work on that in the cabinets, but this is as good as it gets as far as utilizing as much of the space available as possible. But Shane freaking nailed these scribed lines. I could never. And also good news, I just threw in the last piece of ceiling board up here right above the door. So that used to show some wood, and now I got it all sealed up. So very proud of myself. Time for lunch. Oh boy, that's a dirty lens. All right, van build, progress update, your favorite kind. We are talking about a base cabinet fully installed, as well as, I don't know if I updated this, the wardrobe next to the bed. Everything is looking freaking awesome. Countertop's going on tomorrow. And then Shane and I also installed our 80/20 cabinet right here. That'll get face plates and sides with wood. And yeah, long work day today, about 9 hours. Tomorrow, oh, there goes my lights. Never mind. We'll just cut it there. Oh, baby. Hard at work. It is day 6 here in the tent, and we are making so much progress. It is insane. I'm just going to show you guys what we got going on here. The base cabinet with the doors on. They're going to need some cosmetic touch-ups, but they are looking amazing. And this is brand new today. The tall pantry that will be abutted by a bench where Elli and I will probably eat most of our meals and then play some games. You probably can't hear me. Yeah, so this right here will be a 40-inch bench. That'll be basically our dining room with at least one lagoon table, potentially a his and hers. We're undecided on that. We'll see. But, man, today is Wednesday, January 22nd, and the van should be going back to Shirley by Friday, and then it's a matter of touch-ups, cosmetics, and tying in the electrical, everything like that. So, moving right on forward. Shane, are you cold?
No.
No?
No, I'm dusty.
It was -3 degrees when I got here. It says it's 21 outside.
Yeah, but look at my beautiful garage.
Right, look at this garage.
This is a beautiful garage. We got a couple of heats over there.
Shane bought this tent just for us to do this project. We called it a temporary test garage to see if he wants to build a permanent one. So we're doing each other a favor. The upper 80/20 cabinet is coming together. We are working on the front panel here with two lifting up doors, you could say, rested nice and flush on the top of the pantry. And that was very critical because we did not have a riv nut support to the ceiling over here on the right hand side. So nice and sturdy, and that's gonna look good.
This is how you stay warm when it's in single digits outside.
It is Thursday, January 23rd, and we are really making great progress here. We have the full pantry right here. Amazing. We have the full upper cabinet made out of 80/20 on the inside with the flip-up hinges. I'm not going to hit Shane in the head. Beauty. And now we're working on the last overhead above our L countertop here. This needs to be snugged up a little bit. There we go.
That's better.
Here is the final product, which for now is just going to be a lip. It was mostly like a toiletries, spice rack holder and everything, but could always add a door in the future. But for now, you know, this is looking really nice. Now it is finally time for the countertop to be put right here. We have a perfect template for the L. That's the L part. And then this is the long part. So it's just a matter of tracing, cutting, and not f***ing it up and having to go back to IKEA to get a new one. Can you tell that we've been cutting some wood in here? The whole thing. Inside, outside, in our drinks, like I'm drinking a seltzer. Sawdust is everywhere. Clean.
Oh, that's not great.
Not great. I don't believe I've shown this to the vlog yet. This is the access door for the gray water tank. So I could take this out from the outside and go dump it where it needs to be dumped. But this window latch here was Elli's idea, and that makes it so it is perfectly solid. We tried a suitcase buckle at first, suitcase latch, whatever they call it, chest latch, and it was like rattling. But this window latch, Elli just had the idea, said might as well grab it and see if it works. And it was the perfect thing. Are you ready for this? Shane's done this a million times, but this is my first.
Only thousands.
He said 2,000.
It's probably not that far off. I've never done it in an RV though.
Hey-o. Good thing this isn't an RV.
Oh. Push your end in as tight as it gets.
That's a pretty countertop.
Okay. Same one in our house.
All right, as you can see, we are covered in sawdust, but that is because there's a lot of wood that has been cut in this tent all week.
Yeah. It's in our lungs, it's in our noses.
Yes,
everywhere.
but it's time for the grand reveal.
Ready?
The finished product, well, almost finished.
Not finished or painted, but done.
Got the freaking lower cabinet here. We're gonna sink here, stove there, Got to throw a drawer in there, but we got our knobs on. We've got our pantry. This is not gonna go there. This is our tall pantry. Plenty of shelving. And then we got our upper cabinets. Soft close hinges on the top. Super nice. But they're gonna need a little bit of a help for the travel latches. We got this open shelf for like a spice rack above the counter right here. And we got the bed back in, which is Velcroed down, but once we put the mattress in here, it ain't going anywhere. And now my favorite part by far, the wardrobe, baby. So we're gonna have bungees from here to here for the whole way, like a big harp. And that'll make a lot of difference to keep things in. And this is a latest addition, the last thing that will go in, Elli's bedside shelf, which I tried to convince her many times that it would be a good idea. And I finally
I'm excited about it now. A bench is going here. Me and my dad are going to build it. And then under the bed, we're also adding a pull-out fridge. So sliding out fridge tray. Right there. And then we are going to cover this riv nut that's behind Casey that he drilled on accident.
Yep.
He did a great job.
Number one irreversible boo-boo for the whole project.
Picture frame over it.
Yeah, easy fix. We got just a picture frame for it.
It's good.
Holy shit.
You like it, Shane?
I did a nice job.
Are you proud?
I just screamed.
8 days, man.
We are proud of you, Shane.
We are so proud of Shane. Couldn't have done it without him.
Yeah, we have a lot of saviors in this project, and Shane and Milan, yeah, priceless.
Big time.
Alrighty, it is the Sunday of the New England Disc Golf Expo weekend. Spent the last 2 days in Boxborough at the Boxborough Regency. What an incredible experience getting to engage with so many New England locals, ones that I've known for years and ones that I met for the first time this weekend. Just what an absolute treat. People travel from all over the country and Canada as well, and Sweden. Anyway, just wanted to give a quick shout out to Ben Kenny. What an incredible event. Definitely will never miss it again. The Northeast Disc Golf Expo is definitely the one for me. But here we are, Sunday afternoon, right back to work with the van. The van is back in Shirley, but it is going to be my daily car now. So taking it back and forth, no more stationary van. And I have some news to share about what happened today. So right here we have a swivel seat installed right there. Nice. I had one on my old van. Absolute game changer because I lived without one for about a year or so. And then once I had one, oh man, what a difference. And this one I'm very proud of. Using my brand new workbench here, my little sink tailgate, I adhered a cutout of a nice rug to scrape all the crap off before we get up in the van. And I think I actually have quite a few updates to show you guys because I think I may have missed sharing this trim work from Shane. Get some wainscoting, just whatever, backwards wainscoting there. Same material that we used on the underside of the 80/20 cabinet. And Shane also added it right here in the front. This used to have, this was like this rubber piece right here would like flap over because of where I put the floor all the way up to the backs of the seats to maximize our space. There's another trim piece in the back, nice little threshold, just to protect the edge. And you know, you always want the longest life out of our floor and whatnot, and just glad to be taking care of that. But nice light work day after a busy weekend.
What are you working on, Case?
If you've been following closely, you already know we're running our bungees to close off our middle cubbies for the wardrobe. So yeah, as you can see, we're lining them up for each shelf, and it's going to be one big harp. All right, here it is, the first rough draft for our storage. So basically, you know, you can just pull them right apart. It's the best way to use the open storage without interjecting more onto our bed with faces or doors or anything like that. They're just inlaid a 1/2 inch into the shelves, and I don't see anything falling out of there for laundry.
So we got 1/4 inch bungee, and we drilled our holes 5/16. They fit in there really nicely.
Alrighty, today is plumbing and electrical day, and this is the van's first precipitation, at least since we've owned it. First snow, looking good. Everything else also looking good. You know, you've been so thrilled to have this long new van until you realize how long it is and how much more snow you gotta clean off than the old van. Look who was waiting for me. Rory loves the snow. Beautiful day to work on the van. What are you doing, Rory? Are you a silly dog? Ooh. Oh, jeez, it's slippery. Good boy. All right, after a beautiful snowy start to the morning, we are in action here. My dad and Alex just had to step out, but they are the helpers of the day because the plan is electrical finish. As you can see, Alex got the switches rocking already for the pucks, the strip lights, and then the pump right there. Super cool. And right here, my dad and I have started to work out installing the propane, the gray water, the sinks over there and whatnot, but that's going to be, yeah, today is sink installation, stove installation, tie everything in. It's gonna be a long day, but it's gonna be a very exciting day. And we're also gonna do all the lights and whatnot and fans. Man, it's just like really coming together, and it's finally like giddy excitement rather than like intimidating excitement. We've got appliances. We've got something on the battery monitor here, which means that the system is seeing its first power. So what are we doing? We're hitting this green button.
Yeah, so we've got all the batteries connected up. We've got the green button, which goes through a resistor to the inverter. This is going to slow feed the capacitors in the inverter. We press the button for about 10 seconds according to the manual, and then once that's ready to go, we flip the main switch to on.
And then all our breakers are still off, right?
Correct.
Like my solar breaker's off.
Solar breaker's off. Yep, everything's all isolated.
There's
still.
no fuses in there either.
But we're going to send power to the inverter. Once we're happy with that and nothing blows up, then we can start putting fuses into the fuse panel.
Well, I've put so much work in this fan, we all have, that I'll die with it. Moment of truth. Think something's supposed to happen?
I don't know. I don't think that anything's supposed to happen. You're just charging the capacitor.
Alrighty, that was not very exciting.
Yeah, we might need to edit that out.
Okay, so we just realized I did not have the inverter on. I know it's really hard to see, but yeah, I'm supposed to go down with that once Alex is done.
Yeah, turn that one on first and then we'll do...
Oh, we got lights.
All right. There it is. Now it's doing what I wanted it to do.
Heyo.
Yay!
Heyo. Mike doesn't have to go home before something. Oh, baby.
There you go. Oh, yeah.
Battery voltage, output voltage. Woo! How do you feel, Mike?
Nice, nice.
Alrighty.
We got to
Stuff
figure
actually
it out.
works?
Casey forgot to turn it on.
Yeah, I forgot to turn the inverter on. Leave it up to the freaking guy that knows the least. Woo!
Nice. Over there.
We've got the reading lamp working.
Oh.
Lights
That
on.
works.
Mike just opened the fan.
Got the fan.
Woo-wee! Ain't that something?
That fan next to you, Casey, should be working too.
How do I turn it on?
There's a button right on the base. There you go.
Woo!
Yeehaw. Wow.
Sirocco.
Wow.
Pretty impressive. Whoever did this is a genius.
Totally psyched. Wow.
Happy day, huh?
Yeah, stuff's working.
All right, here we go. This is the dimmer switch for the pucks. And bingo! Gotta love it. All right, so you've already seen the pucks.
You're gonna want want to download the app.
Yeah, for sure. So this is the Puck's fully dim. This is the Puck's full blast, but that does not compare to boom! Look at that freaking light. I think, wow. Yeah, you could do surgery in here.
Oh yeah, it's but it's app controlled, and not only can you dim it, but you can make it
warmer. That's what's most important.
It's got a range of 3,000 to 6,000 K, so you can bring it really warm to match these puck lights.
Perfect.
But you know, if you got to clean up a spill or come in here and do whatever, you can perform surgery. Sure.
Yeah, perform surgery.
You can do that.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Here's an update. The sink has been dropped in with the faucet, and we have officially started really getting this place together for plumbing and propane. Little by little, and big weekend coming up for like a big finish before it's time to move in. Okay, everybody, it is January 31st. Ellie and I have officially set a target leave Massachusetts day for February 6th, I think. It's next Thursday. And just some painting and staining to do. Put the bungees through, install the bench. I'm going to show you guys the bench in a second. Keith, Ellie's dad, finished it last night. So, what we got under the garage here, this is what I'm going to work on right now, is I got my little RV light right here. Works pretty nice. Thanks to Alex for installing that. My old van had a shoe rack in the front, but because we've got a lot more like front to back cargo in this van, I'm gonna put my shoe rack right here. So the goal is I'm gonna drop down a piece of plywood here, drop down a piece of plywood right before where the wires come out, and then I'm just going to do the bungee trick. We've got 30 feet of extra bungee, drill holes, and it's just gonna be like a bungee carrier for my shoes. Let's get into it. This is what we got going on for the bench. So we wanted it to match the countertop with the stain. So this is the front, and this will be the left side. We didn't put a bottom on it, so it's gonna look like this. This is going to be our countertop extension. It's a kind of a van life hack. If you haven't seen somebody else's before, it's basically two arms that let that extendable countertop hang vertical, and then when you want to use it, snaps it up to horizontal, so you have an extra 16 inches of countertop. Here it is in all its glory. So it may look simple, but it's got the holes bored out for some bungees, but we've decided we're gonna finish staining everything, painting, whatever we're gonna do before any bungee goes in, because there's just no need to get the bungee with stain or paint on it. But yeah, so I was actually planning on originally putting a board down below here, but I was only going to go to here up against the light, but I wanted to go even farther because Ellie's got a pair of disc golf shoes or two. So this gives us 3 feet of shoe storage as tucked away underneath the bed as humanly possible. And for a little, whatever you want to say, 45-minute project means a lot. It goes a long way.
All right, what are you getting ready for, Case?
Painting. All right, back in Shirley, back in JC's garage, except, what the heck? What the heck? Whose van is this? Oh, it's Paul Coran's. What are you doing, Paul?
Putting the ceiling fan in and solar panels on the roof.
Isn't it nice working indoors?
Yes,
Yeah.
First time all winter.
Oh yeah, let's go. So Paul is putting in his fan and the solar panels. Ellie and I are prepping, sanding, taping, and then painting. And my dad is putting in the propane stove right here. As you can see, finally getting somewhere with that. Super nice. And yeah, long weekend ahead of us. 10:50 p.m. on February 1st, Saturday night. And a freaking action-packed filled day here in the van. You are not going to believe what has been accomplished today. First things first, we have finished our white. So those shelves, they'll get a poly on top to make them nice and finished. But we painted the wardrobe, the uppers, and Ellie's bedside shelf white. Tomorrow, the focus is going to be at least the pantry and the lowers down here with our brick color. That's in our bedroom at home in Templeton. And this one, I'm not sure. We're probably going to stick with the brick just because these two are like literally attached. But there's one very, very thrilling part. My dad was here all day helping us out, specifically with the new and functioning propane stove. Now, I did cut the gas already, but I can show you what we got down here. So, as you saw earlier, the water got hooked up to the tank, like this is the gray water tank right here. But what we didn't have is this tube right here for the diverter going to China. And that is also attached to, well, it's not attached, but same. This is our propane locker. Got it sealed up with a window sealer on the edge, a couple of suitcase latches. Keep that nice and tight. And it will take you around the other side to show you where those go. So if we are parked in a place that dumping is okay, we just flick that switch to go through this tube. But if we're in a parking lot, we'll use the tank. And this is the vent for the propane locker. So when traveling through high altitude, naturally the propane tank will relieve pressure by itself. And you just don't want that coming in your cab. So you drill a hole in the bottom of a sealed propane locker, and then it'll look like this underneath. I think that I'm showing you. But yeah, action-packed Saturday. Right back to it tomorrow morning for some more painting. Crunch time. It is 8 p.m. on Sunday, February 2nd. And it is time for what might quite possibly be the most exciting reveal of all. And that is because after more than 2 months of non-stop physical work or mental work, this van is basically move-in ready. Let's check it out. So, wow, all right. We bought white hinges, so I'm waiting for them to dry so I can put the doors back on. But as you can see, we went with this brick color. We actually have this in our bedroom at home in the front. And then in the back, we went with the white. And this is exciting to see right here. The bungees are officially installed. So our wardrobe is ready to hit the road. All we need to do is fill it with a bunch of clothes. Elli's little bedside shelf also got her set of bungees personally. And my shoe rack, which has Elli's boots on it as a test pair to see how it works. Looks pretty good. I have to say I'm very proud of it. Nice and lightweight shoe rack. Also versatile, where the bungees can stretch so that a boot can fit on it if we want. But most of the Vivos are pretty slim, and that should take care of everything like that. So next up, we have a stained and coated bench going right here. The bench is at home, ready to go. Keith, Ellie's dad, absolutely made it beautiful. And it's just gonna be like a drop-in install, screw into the riv nuts. And then one of the last things we also have to do is the fridge tray, which is also installed in Templeton. So those two things will be finished up at Templeton and then basically just thrown in the van here. And then the next couple of days are basically just going to be spent deciding what goes where. And the part 4 of this van build series is going to be the move-in, or not the move-in. It's going to be the van tour once we are moved in. So I think once the bench and the fridge tray and our little step for the bed go in, I think that's going to be it for part 3. But things are looking up, and our timeline is right on the money. Okay, everybody, the date is Tuesday, February 4th. Elli and I are planning to leave Thursday, February 6th, and it is safe to say that the build is officially done. Now it's time for the grand reveal. Now, we're not fully done yet, but all of the structural supports and everything like that are ready to roll, and we have a fully functioning and livable van right now. Let's see what's inside. I'm gonna have to unlock it. Alrighty, that's my beautiful girl. So, first new addition, we have the flip-up countertop. Huge upgrade from the old build because I love the swivel seat more than anyone. I used to have my lagoon table right here and it would pivot toward the seat, but this is just a nice, much more versatile version of the lagoon because we can use it for an extended countertop while cooking, which is super nice. This has some double latches on the underside to flip it down like that. And then the beautiful stained and what do you call that? Like finish?
Poly finish.
Yeah. Bench with internal storage. The lagoon's gonna be in the way, I think.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Okay.
That's all
Here,
right.
spin it this way.
Oh, sorry.
There we go. Nice storage and beautiful pillows and blankets and cushions. But we are so proud of this. Really ties in the wood textures and a nice lagoon to give us a dining room table feel. You want to show us the fridge, hon?
Oh yeah. So this is a project that my dad and I took on. He's been instrumental in this build in a lot of ways. I don't know if we gave him credit for the bench, but he's been like a master finisher his whole life. So that's why we have one gorgeous piece of furniture in here. The rest we didn't have time to do, and a coat of paint we'll have to do. For the fridge tray, him and I sort of used a guide we found online, but then we had to MacGyver it to work for us. We have one locking drawer side here, and we have one non-locking, just so we don't have to undo both times. So yeah, one there, give it a pull, comes all the way out.
Woohoo! And we have eggs.
We have eggs and
And
soda.
Red Bull.
Yeah, so give it a push back in. You have to push the slide.
And it locks.
It locks
so
in
that
place.
no more fridge coming to see us in the driver's seat when we slam the brakes real hard.
Yep.
Last thing that is left to be done, we just installed this drawer right here. We've had it as like an open void the whole time. I don't know how to...
We don't have enough thing on it right now.
There we go. That's our drawer. So silverware, utensils, whatever.
Yep.
And once we put a handle on that, basically, that's it. And wow, it's time to wrap this part 3 vlog up. This is one thing I don't know if I failed to show on whatever that was, Saturday night, Sunday night. The copper backsplash just absolutely ties it in with the rust colored cabinets. So as you can see, we have a fully structurally sound van. Now it's just a matter of figuring out where everything's gonna go and how we want it to be laid out with items and whatnot. And that'll be part 4, which is going to be its own thing. Basically just gonna be a full van tour, and that'll be in warm weather in a couple weeks, so stay tuned for that. It has been a long process, almost a full 3 months, right?
Yeah.
November 14th, I think, was the day that we acquired the van. Like I said, outside today is February 4th, and we're gonna hit the road in 2 days, hopefully on the 6th. And one thing that Mike is actually in Costa Rica right now, on a little bit of a van build vacation, as you could say. It's been a long winter for all 3 of us, but Mike said after what he witnessed this winter, there is no telling what a good team is or isn't capable of, because he was worried from the start, but with great help, we can make amazing things happen. And just to run through the build, like where we started in November, everything was covered in paint and boards and fiberglass insulation. We had to demo in order to build. And yeah, we had a wall dividing the side door in half, basically. But starting right from day 3, we had Aaron and Jesse out here helping with the floor. Aaron helped me finish the floor. Aaron, how we doing, bud?
Doing pretty good. We got pretty much the whole floor done.
Yeah.
One more board to cut.
So I'm gonna say we're almost halfway there. Well, the hard part is over. We're more than halfway there as far as difficulty, but we've got the front 2 foam boards glued down, and we got my tool bag and whatnot and socket set to weigh it down. But now we're just getting this last cut for tonight, and then I'll just come back and glue it tomorrow. Easy peasy. Then old Greg also helped with the floor. Alrighty, the floor is down, and these are our weights. We just filled up buckets, and that's actually my solar stuff that came in the mail today. So we're using whatever we can to weigh it down. But thanks to old Greg coming out to help. And JC for filling some buckets for us at the end. Jesse came back to help with the solar panels. We are almost a third of the way there. Making progress.
Heck yeah.
All these little tiny projects that would have taken double or triple the amount of time just by not having an extra set of hands and having so many friends available. I mean, big shout out to Jonas. Jonas helped big time with the insulation and the sound deadener, as well as the vinyl flooring, which we also got Angel, my boy Angel, to come out and help us trim that and glue that down, and it absolutely came out beautiful. Jonas Mailman, and your favorite Puerto Rican disc golfer, Angel Vega. Had a little bit of team buff representation with Nick Economos. He helped me put in the bed rails.
The question of the winter is, what would I do without Mike Moore? And the answer is simple. I would have half of what I have accomplished so far in my van.
But big thanks to Nick, Team Buff, representing on the vlog. And of course, Mike had to come that day to bail us out because we got the pneumatic gun stuck. Big shout out to Alex, our buddy Alex Suzzi, who did all of the wiring in the van. Mike did majority of like the large components, but the actual running of the wires and the light switches and the, I don't know.
Yeah, we decided on a little bit more of like a complex electrical situation here than a lot of people go with. And so my friend Alex, who I used to be in a bowling league with.
The Wicked Fun League, right?
Wicked Fun League. Yeah, it's like a beer league. But yeah, we stayed connected all these years, and just, he kind of saw I was doing a build and offered a little help. And I was like, honestly, absolutely, please, we need it.
Yep.
So yeah, he was really, really instrumental in that.
And also a quick shout, Travis Milem come out after a Friday evening work day, came out to just help me tweak one little thing with the electrical. And then we took the van down to Norton, where Shane and Milan were just absolute workhorses. Couldn't have done it without them, especially in the time frame that we gave them. We did all of the cabinets and everything in 8 work days. And it was cold, but Shane bought that 12-foot tent, had us heated the whole time. It couldn't have gone better as far as I'm concerned.
And not to mention, throughout that entire time frame too, I'm trying to sell my car. So we were going to be left without a set of wheels because Casey just sold his old van, and Shane came in really clutch and let us borrow a car, which was amazing.
Crucial,
so
absolutely.
The hour and a half drive there every morning, hour and a half drive home every day, like it just wouldn't have really been possible for us to be out there working on that. And having Shane's help was just amazing.
Absolutely. And then it comes to our parents. First off, my mom and JC. JC obviously owning the landscaping business with the garage and lending a hand when he can. It was just all meaningful. My mom would come out multiple times a day. Every day I was working out there just to keep me company.
And bring Rory.
And, just show a face of excitement because, I don't know, it made me feel like I was getting somewhere. Shane said that he was doing the same when he would have Albina, his wife, come out and be like, wow, nice job, honey. And I felt the same way with my mom coming out. But also huge shout out to Elli's dad and my dad. Elli's dad, like we said, master craftsman when it comes to finish furniture and the stain and the poly and everything like that. He did the bench here and the fridge tray with Elli. And
with the copper backsplash. Not to mention, he's just been working full time and a little more than full time this whole time because his shop's kind of cut down some of their staff. My dad's been taking on a lot of work, and him coming home from work every day and just kind of being like, what do you guys need? Let me get on my Crocs because my feet are killing me. And just like running inside, outside to the van and helping us with the saws and everything. He's just been amazing. And cooking us meals in the between too.
And my dad, he did the plumbing and the sink and the stove and the propane, everything like that. And then finally, we have one last huge thank you to Mike Moore. There is just MVP. Nobody. Oh man, the van would be done in June if it wasn't for Mike, and that's just the truth. He had just built out his own Mercedes Sprinter, a little bit shorter than the one that we got, but it was just the perfect amount of like fresh intuition and equipment and materials and tools because he already prepared himself for an entire van build. He saved us so much money. He saved us so much time. He saved us so much time spending like just researching in general. And I really hope that Costa Rica is treating him well because he deserves it more than anyone.
So we got a new friend in Mike and Catherine and just amazing. Couldn't thank him enough.
So that's gonna do it for Van Build Part 3. I guess this basically completes the build series because now it is time to move in completely, and then after we move in completely, rearrange everything as we see fit because nothing's gonna be perfect for at least 4 or 5 months, I'm sure. So in the coming month or two, I would say expect a van tour, maybe expect an updated van tour by the end of the summer, because why not? If you guys want to see it, we're going to show it, and we couldn't be more proud of ourselves. And my Lord, I just can't tell you how much I would have been lost without Elli. She did so much, you know, just planning and thinking and all of the behind the scenes work that you weren't seeing on the vlog, but everything that I was installing and like making happen with planning help and planning projects. It was all thanks to her, because she actually has the bandwidth to plan ahead, and I just have what's in front of me, and I just
get it
do
done.
it.
Yeah.
So we made
And you got it done.
We made quite
It's
the
awesome.
great team.
Yeah.
Even though I am not the most skilled craftsman or whatever, carpenter or anything, I know enough that with a little bit of guidance, I can get it done.
And because of who you are, you have a lot of friends that can support you
Of course,
along the way. So.
of course. And once again, just shout out to all the help we had, but the greatest helper of all, right here.
Oh,
I love you.
sweetie. Love you too.
And we are so excited to hit the road, get to warm weather. Jacksonville, Florida is calling our name, and we are going to be throwing some freaking discs for the first time all winter. What was the last round of disc golf you played? November?
It was in November,
Oh,
yeah. The
man.
team challenge match in cold, rainy conditions in Maine.
And I've only played like 5 days since
Yeah.
then because of team challenge.
Yeah, I'm really, really excited.
We're so pumped, and I hope you guys love the van as much as we do. More videos to come, of course. Stay tuned. 2025 season just getting started. The vlog is back in action as far as disc golf is concerned. So like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time in a brand new whip.